Hey guys, and welcome back to some more Factorio sending supporters to space. We are literally right back where we left off because I want to show all this oil stuff on screen for you guys. And yeah, I started engine production because one, we're kind of running out of just red and green, but then also I remembered that's what we need for blue science. So I'm gonna make a tank. You know, I know I'm an awful person for putting this in a tank, but I really don't want solid fuel at the moment. Maybe. You know, the rate we're eating through this coal, it really may not be a bad idea to be using solid fuel. Yeah, normally I'd actually make flamer fuel from heavy and light, but like we're really in no danger. Sure, I could burn down some trees. I actually would like some flamer fuel once I make a tank. But that can be later. For now, I think I am actually going to make some solid fuel because that, I mean, that's something that we may actually want. We're eating through this coal like crazy. Okay, so let's do this. It's just a very, very simple design. I'm kind of just placing it over here because this is close to the, fuel belt. This is not going to be pretty. I'm not even attempting to make it pretty. I'm just going to inject this. Now, if I wanted to get fancy, I could try some circuit stuff, which we don't even have. I know there's a way, what would this be called? Like a priority splitter or something, where it's like, only let solid fuel in if something on here is like, if that's less than something. And then I like connect it to something else. People will ask me to mess with circuits more, and I will try to because I do want to mess with them, but I feel like it's just painful to watch. Like, because I don't even know where to start with some of this stuff, so it would literally just be standing there, like, mumbling to myself about how I don't know this, and it would actually probably get really frustrating for you, I'd imagine. I might mess with that a little bit off camera, and then once I figure it out, actually build it on camera so you can see it, but it's really simple. I know it's simple. It's not complicated by any means. I'm just an idiot when it comes to circuits. It's like smacking my head up against a wall. I just don't get it. And people, I'm going to talk about the oil in a second, but some of this is pretty, like, lube is pretty mundane. Nothing groundbreaking going on here. Some people have been like, well, Xterm, it's really simple. How can you not learn it? It's one of those things where, didn't I research that? Ooh, trains. We'd like for trains. Now we can barrel this. What are you doing? What am I doing? It's one of those things where it's like, there's just a disconnect, right? If you're really bad at, if you have dyslexia or something, which I actually had to a degree, this has nothing to do with circuits, but if you actually have like very severe dyslexia, it's like someone saying to a very dyslexic person, like, why can't you just read this book? Or why can't you just, like, write out this essay without, misspelling stuff? It's like, I don't obviously have some sort of, I don't know what it would be, a condition or something where it prevents me from doing circuits, but there's like a disconnect. And I just feel like I need to explain this because I've tried to before. There's a disconnect, like, I don't get it. I've watched like 10 tutorial videos from different people. I've tried it, and I just don't understand it. Like, I'm not giving up by any means. I'm not giving up. But every time I try it, it's one of those things, right, where it's like, you don't understand it whatsoever until you do understand it, and then once you get it, it clicks, I think is what it will be like. It's like trying to ride a bike. When you first started riding a bike, most people, unless you're just like some crazy natural at it, most people were probably like, how the hell am I supposed to do this? I'm falling over and over and over again. I don't get it. Well, that's what it's like for me, except even a longer period of that. Because I've been trying to learn circuits for like the last 6 months, and I still just don't understand it. So just a little bit of a rant there. I just want to explain, because for some people it comes easy, for some people it doesn't, Like, I can do math really easily in my head. Some people can't do math hardly at all in their head, and it just comes easy to me. It doesn't to others. Same thing, applies to that. So Anyway, back on topic. We have all this. We have all this petroleum, and no, I don't really want a tutorial. Thanks, game. Could you just like chill out? Bye bye. We don't. Well, do we want batteries? We don't need batteries yet, do we? See, now this is interesting where these science packs, actually this change does make a bit of a difference, because if you remember, before 0.15, these blue packs took just batteries, right? They still took advanced circuits, but they took batteries. At this point, I really don't have to set up batteries yet, which is good, because I don't want to set up batteries yet, to be completely honest. They're a bit more of a pain than plastic, because plastic is just, boom, petroleum, straight in, and we're good to go. But yeah, so this is kind of nice, actually. Now, we're going to bring coal in here because coal is, well, I mean, coal's already just right, well, that would have been a mistake. So here's a tip. Don't take coal from your fuel belt for your power to give it to plastic, because plastic will gobble it up and then you won't have any power. What we should do is grab it from a different belt. And this coal patch at this point is pretty much completely mined out, so I need a new coal patch. I really need to start exploring. So let me just do this to space this out. What I'm gonna do, because I want, in case these smelters just randomly get insanely fuel hungry, I want another line here if possible. Now these are not gonna give me plastic particularly fast. They may have to add a couple extra. Because, I mean... Oh, there's two... Yeah. We'll see how this goes. It's all on one side, but that really doesn't matter. Because... I mean, the inserter... It doesn't matter to the inserter. I'm hardly going to be looking at it, so visually it's not that big of a deal. Now, is this super clean? No. But this is not going to be a finalized setup. This is kind of like a... I need plastic now... Give it to me however you can setup. All right, thank you. I really just, I don't need these. Thank you. Funny thing is I actually probably do need them. And I've been looking in the comments, and it seems still pretty controversial as to whether I should be doing left-handed or right-handed trains, and I just can't make up my mind. Like, a lot of people say that they want right-handed, and then there's people who are like, are you really going to listen to these crazy people, Xterm? You need to do left-handed. Either way, I'm going to make some people unhappy, so sorry about that in advance. Whichever one I choose, I really don't know which one I'm going to choose. Visually, I actually like left-handed better. And in terms of compactness, it's better. But right-handed is easier for me to build because I live in a place where everything is right-hand drive, so it's just a lot easier. And someone, actually, this is quite interesting, somebody made a very interesting comment, which I hadn't thought about. And it's probably not true. I'm probably just making up an excuse for myself. Hold on. Okay, see, now, this is, okay, now before people yell at me, because I know me and Zuri rant about doing, I'm just going to demonstrate, because this is different, alright? Me and Zuri sometimes rant, or even will rant about doing stuff like this, these belt balancers. This is different, okay? This is like rebalancing a belt that's already balanced, or just kind of a silly way of balancing an unbalanced belt. This, while not ideal, works, and is not really an issue. You can see it's actually balanced. It is kind of, I mean, yes, it's only on one side. This gets in the territory of doing it for aesthetics, which is the reason I'm doing it. And, you know, people like Zuri has even agreed that if you want to just do it for aesthetics, then go for it. So, anyway, what I was saying is in terms of, what was I saying? Oh yeah, someone had a very interesting comment. They said that maybe part of my issue with getting hit by trains is because I've been playing with people who have left-hand drive systems, so maybe like there's some sort of disconnect in my brain on like where the train's coming from. I'm gonna take this opportunity. You can bet your ass I'm gonna take this opportunity, and I'm gonna say that's what the problem is. I'm gonna take this opportunity to use that as a scapegoat and say that that is why I get hit by trains so much. I know. We all know that that's not the reason. But, I mean, maybe it's a slight bit. Maybe it's a little bit of the reason. Because, you know, I really, truly, I am not used to left-hand drive systems. You know, I've never lived anywhere where they drive on the left-hand side of anything. So my brain isn't used to that. I'm just grabbing more belt, some more of that. So we now have plastic, which means that we can now do, what is this called? Red circuits. We have some stone brick too, which we don't need quite yet, but at least it's there. Probably gonna need more plastic than that. These things eat 2 plastic every 6 seconds, which means if we have 6 of them, they eat 2 plastic a second. And we're really not making that much plastic. We're making maybe 2 plastic a second. If that's actually supplied enough petroleum and coal to work fully, then it makes 2 a second. This will not support very many red circuits, I'm sorry to say. Now, where are we actually bringing this, I wonder? That would be the real question. If our red circuits are going here, do we... Okay, let's think about this for a second, guys. Let's take a pause. What else needs plastic? Explosives, which we would not be making in here anyway. Well, maybe in the make... I don't know. We'd probably make explosives over by the oil. Red circuits take plastic. I know there's something else. I feel like I'm missing something really important that takes plastic. It's like red circuits, isn't it? I mean, like a satellite, I think, or low density structures. But by the time we get there, we're not going to be doing this. What I'm debating is, do I want plastic on my main bus? Normally, I would put it on the main bus because I'd be doing red circuits like way down the line. But I've specifically left room here for red circuits, so we actually probably don't need to bring this on the bus. In fact, we could bring it around back, which would probably be a bad idea, and the reason I say that is because this is going to extend down, which means that this is going to have to loop all the way around it. Instead, this is not going to extend up. It's never going to extend up. So what we should do is we should bring it to here. Is it clean? Absolutely not. Does it work? And probably the best place to put it? Definitely. So, okay, so that's our brick. Let's go ahead and bring him over. Nope, stupid tree. Like you didn't get a grenade to the face. Speaking of. Whew. That power pole. Close shave. I'm just checking my game update because I'm interested. Because, I mean, belts are like the most game performance thing in the game currently. That was a beautiful sentence. Can really irritate me, man. There's actually probably an option to turn that off. Let's see. Check for updates. Enable experimental. Set logistics request. Oh, I do want that. Experimental. Sure. I don't know why I didn't do that. Show tutorial. Thank you. Uncheck that. Sure. Okay. Sweet. So that fixes that problem. Because I'm just interested to see. So our game update, our update is about 0.4 to 0.6. You, at least in multiplayer, you start noticing issues around 12 game update. So we ain't even close. But I'm just checking because I'm interested to see how much it goes up once I start adding all these belts. And yeah, I am undergrounding under a power pole because this lines up and I don't want to misalign it. So red circuits. This is actually a build. I am going to just be totally upfront with you. This is not my build. I'm stealing this build. I would give full credit. I don't remember their name, but I can say that this was in one of the last refactorizing videos we did. I think it was, I want to say the second to last, maybe, was it the last? I don't think, it was near the end. It was like one of the last 3 refactorizing videos we did on a factory, and the guy had a red circuit setup that we did in the Relearning the Game series as well, which I really, really liked. And I'm going to use that here because it's different than what I've done for, well, at this point, years probably. And it works great. So what it is, and I'm just trying to figure out some spacing here. is what they had, which was quite smart, is they had coil. And normally what we would do, like what I would do or what Will and the other guys would do, is they'd put coil, we'd put it on a belt, come down, and the coil would just supply, you know, however many red circuits down. And if we needed more, we just add more coil at the end. What this person did, which is really smart, is they had like kind of little units. So now a coil supports 6 of these, right? Because this used to take 8 seconds and 4 cable. And the ratio was 1 to 8. If I can math currently, the reason for this is why it was that ratio is because, let's just say, for example, that this still took 8 seconds. That would be 4 cable every 8 seconds, or half a cable a second. And this thing, wait, I goofed. Okay, sorry. If this took 8 seconds and there were 8 machines, that's 4 cable a second. Okay, that's the best way to look at it, right? So if this were 8 seconds still and we had 8 machines, right, because the ratio is 1 to 8, it was, that means that you took 4 cables every 8 seconds base rate. These create 2 every half second, so that's 4 cable every second, right? And that's how you get that. But now these take 6 seconds, which means if you have 6 of them, they take 4 cable every second, and this obviously still creates 4 cable every second. So that's why this ratio is now 1 to 6. So even though they reduce the time, the ratio like is still really easy. It's just 1 to however many machines you have, up to 6. Past that, you're going to need another. But anyway, what this person did is they had this, and then they had another unit. I think they had a space. I'm not sure. I don't remember why, but they would do like this. This would be another cable thing, and then they'd have more reds. Instead of stacking all your cables at one end, they were like little units, which I think is a really good idea and probably a very good way to go. So what we're going to do is we need 3 inputs. Plastic and circuits can certainly share a belt. So they're going to be, let's just put them here. Screw you. Let's put them here. These are going to be, come on. I really need a new mouse, or I've had too much coffee, even though I haven't actually had coffee for like 14 hours. So you're going to do that. You're going to grab here. Don't actually need that. We actually need 2 outputs. Kind of opposite is gears, right? This takes 1 copper and outputs 2 cables, so it outputs double the input. So actually exactly opposite of gears. So this is going to be cable. Well, this is going to be circuits. Thank you. And we are still going to mirror it. This is going to be red output. Now, are there better ways to do these belts? Almost definitely. But this still works pretty good, and it's fairly easy. So you're going to grab from here, and the long-handed is fast enough. It has to load 4 items, and I mean, this takes 6 seconds. No chest for Twitch token. Shit. We've done 6,000 research. It better give me a damn Twitch token when I put a chest down. I need quick. I need a. Oh, I can make one. I could have been making these. Oh, what an idiot. Oh, I'm so dumb. I could have been making these ages ago once I researched red circuits, and we would have had a Twitch token. Oh, man. Well, let's see if it puts one in there. I don't think it will. I just missed out on a token, man. I mean, I couldn't have done anything with it because we're not anywhere near a rocket, but that's 6,000 research down the drain. And I'm trying to find somewhere very, very secure to put this. This is an important chest. Just stick it here, and then we'll just, like, turret the hell out of it. Screw you. Okay, well, that's 6,000 research down the drain. That's really unfortunate. I should have thought of that. I really didn't. Well, first, I'm just dumb for not realizing I could have handmade a red circuit like an hour ago. But also, I didn't actually think we were really that close to 6,000 research being done, is the other thing. So that's kind of a whoopsie, but, you know, it happens. 6,000 research will be absolute just pocket change, if that much, once once we really get the base running in its full form. Okay, so this is output. This is input for the green and plastic. Wow, I'm just eating through these belts, I tell ya. So circuits comes here. You know, I could... I mean, these eat circuits quite a lot. Although, so do blues. I was going to say what I could do, really, instead of... Because the circuits are right here. Instead of going up, splitting down, and coming back, I honestly could just split this. We'll see how this works. I can always change it later. Make some belts. Again, this is why it's great to have gears on you, because I can just make these on the spot without having to make a bajillion gears or running back. There we go. And then we just need some copper. I think I need to end this episode, but I really want to get this going, so let me just finish him out. Now, like I said, I don't think that our plastic can actually support this, but we'll see. So then copper already comes down here. We probably don't want to pull off the same line that green circuits is being pulled off of. That would probably not be the smartest thing in the world, so I'm just doing this because I can put a splitter somewhere in here. Oh my gosh. Okay. We'll have to figure out how to get the copper down here. That should take care of that. And some power. I may or may not have enough power poles. We'll have to see. Oh, that is just painful. Okay, that works. So that takes care of him, and then here, there, and there. Those are all working great, except for the copper, which I'll just do super quick right now. If I'm up here, I might as well grab some belt. Right. Let's keep knocking out some research so we can maybe get a YouTube token. Can't believe I missed that. Ah, what a pain. Okay. And this is just silly. Okay. This is just going to confuse me. I mean, this still goes here, but I'm going to ghost place it, maybe? Okay, so he splits... Wait, what the hell? This is wrong. What was I thinking? This needs to go like that. And then he needs to come straight. And this needs to split. Again, this is a thing where I think I'm going to come from the back. Like, from the end point to where it's coming from. Which makes it a lot easier to line up. We don't have any undergrounds, and this will about close us out. I'm really happy with the progress on this episode. I feel like, you know, we've done quite a bit. We finished, quote unquote. We've, for now, finished out what we needed on the oil. And we have red circuits now up and running. We would have had a Twitch token. Our first token, well, let's just say we got it. We didn't have a box for it, but we achieved the requirement for it. That counts, right? Yeah, sure, let's just say that. Let's just say that counts. Okay. Again, once these are here, we'll underground this in some fashion-ish. Maybe not, actually. But anyway, that's going to take care of that. Copper's going to go into there. These red circuits should kick on pretty darn well, considering we actually have plastic to support it for a while. And lights, that's what we're missing. Let's throw in some lights. Here, I think actually just on this outside bit, it's probably good. There we go. It's a little bit dark in here. There, now we're rolling. Okay, so just to make sure these are cranking along, it will take, because this started up, you know, obviously after all this, it will take this a minute to catch up, but once it does, this is the correct ratio, I promise you. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for this one, guys. 24.5 minutes, perfect stopping point. I'm actually quite proud myself for sticking on time. I have a really bad habit of just completely like not paying attention to the time, and then just going way over. I'm making sure that I'm telling you it's the right ratio, or not, or just not. Did I build too many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I swear. Well, he's getting them. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it takes a minute, right? Like I said, it takes a little bit. It takes a little bit to crank up, right? Okay, anyway, part of it may just be belt, too. We'll see. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, I do appreciate it. If you enjoyed, feel free to leave a like, and I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments in regards to anything here. And, yeah, until next time, I look forward to seeing you all, and do take care.